down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Here's a hit. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Wants to return it. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw.
Sprinting away. Pass the tap. Touchdown, Sun Devils. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see what he can do with the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Looking to pass. It's Ali. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Pulls and fires complete. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and you can tell the quarterback breaks a little bit, and he starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that. And you could tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet, making a clear, concise, good throw.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking to throw again. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Anderson will throw. That's caught. It's McKinnon. Nice move. Creates some space. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Sun Devils want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the big fella. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. From the gun on third down. Here comes the heat. He's got him. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. The Sun Devils will snap it on first and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking for space. It's McKinnon. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give on the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the Sun Devils line it up with a first and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark it right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, and let him do the rest.
Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Looking downfield, it's Ali. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Tulane lines up on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down. Offense in the hurry-up.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Green Wave trying to move the chains on third and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to get it through the air. Bring in the heat. And to get rid of it quickly. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Oh, he's getting it with a steam. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Rush is on him. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wants to throw again. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Offense just not able to get it clicking down here in the red zone. That's 3 straight incompletions, trying to fit the football into tight windows, but the timing not there, and now it sets up 4th down.
Here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It's good. And to settle for the field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. Clemson has the lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Louisville. He'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Anderson wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab down the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gets it out fast. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Ali. Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Henderson. Offense lining up quickly. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. This time he's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. Looking for a man. It's Ali. He slings it deep to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
This quarterback is getting frustrated, and you can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it, and he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half, but the defense loves this because right now, this quarterback is playing right into their hands.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's McKinnon. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Sun Devils in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He lofts one down the sideline. Pass ball's incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Under fire. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Ali. A little release to the back. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spot. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Nice. Defense, they're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Looking to throw, it's Ali. Flushed out of the pocket. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get...
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the 1st down.
Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job running up.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the missed connection on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Punt is in the air. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up going for it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. On the run, it's McKinnon. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stopped him short of the marker. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Looking for the score. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Ali. Back open in the middle. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They want to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Past the 40. He's into the open down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Back to pass, it's Ali. Oh, they're after him! Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Pressure coming. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Here's the pressure. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
On the set.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got him downfield.